And welcome again to the F3 podcast, where we discuss all things that pertain to faith, family, and finances. And remember, no subject is off limits. We are your hosts today. I am the lowly, the most humble, Dr. Lionel M. Blair Sr., but I'm sitting next to the grand sainted mother herself, her holiness.
Lord Jesus.
Saint Jasmine the First, Dr. Jasmine Blair. We got a good one for you today.
Welcome, everybody, to the F3 podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we premiere a new episode. And be sure to take us with you on the go. You can find us wherever your favorite podcasts are streamed. Check out the links in the show notes in the description box. You'll find links to our events and books and other products and services. And if you are going to be an avid supporter of the podcast, you can click that link and find out what you can do to support and suggest a topic for us. And your topic may be the topic of the next episode. So we have a really good one today. We've watched this. I watch it every summer, but we really watched this topic explode this summer. As it seems like July is unofficially sabbatical month. July, you see a lot of pastors go on vacation, and they take a little bit of time off from preaching, and they go places and stuff like that. And this past July, June, July, August, and even early September was no different. And everybody got into a frenzy about these first ladies in their bathing suits. So we're going to talk about that today, and why is this such an issue? What is okay? What's appropriate? What's not appropriate? And more importantly, should we be taking pictures of people while they on vacation?
Right.
Because now some of them post their own pictures, but some of them, somebody spotted them and then took a picture. Oh my God, look what they got on. Oh my God, first lady got a bathing suit on. So I'm going to kick this over to you to get us started. What is the obsession? Why is this such a big conversation in the first place? Because we don't talk about the pastor in the pastor's bathing suit,
right,
or swim trunks or whatever you want to call it, tank top. So why is it that the first lady's bathing suit is such a big conversation?
Well, it's first lady or women pastors.
Yeah.
Or...
Well, they say first lady.
First lady,
we're going to call it the pastor's wife or female pastor, because first lady is not biblical.
Well, first of all, if first lady pretty with a shape, it is going to attract attention, and you can't help how you look.
No, you can't.
I mean, if you ain't ugly, you ain't ugly. I mean, you can't help how you look. You can't help how you shaped. On one end, you can, first of all, let's talk about this. Number one, you cannot go around being paranoid about how everybody gonna look at you because you wore something particular.
Right.
I think there's one side of the extreme, where we're trying to tell women what to wear, what not to wear.
Once again,
because okay, you shouldn't wear that kind of dress because it hug you a certain type of way. So what? Like, well, you're gonna attract men's attention. Well, you need to teach the men how not to lust.
That part.
I mean, any man is going to notice any woman, period. I don't care if you're married, single. It is in the nature of a man to notice a woman, and in the nature of a woman to notice a man. Okay, but see, noticing is not lusting.
That part.
So let's establish that. Okay, acknowledging the beauty of a woman is not sinful. All right, is when you start lusting, crossing boundaries, being disrespectful,
right?
To that lady, to your spouse, or even if you're single, being disrespectful and lustful and stuff like that. Okay, I remember back in the day. I mean, it was mannerable to compliment a woman, to say she was beautiful. You see what I'm saying? And nobody had a problem with it. Today, oh, he after me. Oh, he. You
That's
see what I'm saying?
That's a whole other episode.
But so we, women, certain women can't help how they look. Okay, and no, they should not live in a box for you.
That part.
Okay, I don't agree with that. Now, let's talk about the other side. Some women are flaunting it too much.
Yes.
Okay, Some of y'all know you look good. Some of y'all know you are shaped a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no problem with that. No problem. God blessed you, or you went in the gym and blessed yourself. Okay? All right. Either way, nothing, hey, nothing wrong with that. But you also have to be mindful. Now, I'm not saying live by other people's opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the king of not living by other people's opinions. All right. But just be mindful of your position as a leader. Certain
Mm-hmm.
things some people just can't handle seeing. So, first of all, you shouldn't be flaunting it all the time. But then just know that if you show even a little teeny tiny bit of it, okay, it's going to be scrutinized.
I want to go back to that first piece when you talking about how people can't help how they're shaped.
Right.
That's the first thing. First, well, let me skip back. Let me skip back before I go there. The first thing that we have to talk about is the increasing awareness of the celebrity attention that a lot of pastors get when they are very well known, semi-known, or even a little bit known.
Right.
That's the first piece of this conversation that we have to talk about. Because I'm sure some of them are irritated. Like when you are a pastor, any type of church leader, whether you male or female, even if that's not, I just I want to serve God and do the will of God. People hold you to a certain standard and a status.
Yeah.
So you cannot help. I mean, you could be in Walmart. Oh my God, pastor. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that, first of all, that type of attention comes with the territory. And if that's not the type of attention you want, then you need to do something else in ministry. You'll never be able to 100% eliminate that. So that's something that they don't teach in seminary. That's something they don't teach you in pastoral training. So you've got to understand that from the get-go, from where you shop to where you get your gas to where you buy your draws. All of that is going to be looked at a certain way because you are in leadership. You're in ministry. People are enamored by the things that you do. They're excited when they find out you shop at the places they shop. They're offended when they find out you don't shop at the places that they shop.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot control the emotions, the thoughts, the expectations, and the criticisms of people. But you have to learn how to control your responses to people's immature and overly emotional reactions to what you do and don't do. And if you choose to do certain things and make bold statements or post certain stuff on social media, be prepared for the response.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and be the pastor and say, oh, I'm just human like everybody else. We don't get to play that card. We don't get the luxury of doing that.
Even though we are, but we
are, but we don't get the luxury of that.
No.
So you have to understand there's a responsibility, there is influence, and people are looking to you, and every little thing you do is going to be examined. That alone is a qualification in leadership. There's something you can't control and something you can't take off. So if that bothers you, you shouldn't even be in leadership, period.
Right.
You will always live life under a microscope of some sort. And there's nothing you can do about it but learn to adjust and learn to ride the wave when certain things come up. That's the first part of it. The second thing I want to talk about is what you were talking about the shapes and how we can't notice stuff. I remember there was this lady that they were talking about. It was a teacher. And they were talking about her on the news because of the kind of clothes she had on and blah, blah, blah. And in other words, it was because of her shape.
Yeah.
Somebody else went and bought the same dress and it looked different. Mm-hmm. So our issue then, like you said, it becomes how somebody looks, what they're shaped with, what they have, what they either been blessed with, they blessed themselves, or they didn't pay the plastic surgeon for. So we are all upset because somebody has something on because of their shape. And like you said, if they was ugly, nobody would care. If they was ugly, it wouldn't be on social media. If they was ugly, it wouldn't even be a conversation. I'm sorry. Right. I've never seen one of these posts go in an uproar over somebody that didn't have a butt.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. If they didn't have a shape, it wouldn't be a conversation, and social media would not be going in a frenzy over it.
Right.
So then now we've got to ask ourselves, why are we trying to push people to wear or not wear certain things because of how other people are going to feel about their own shape? See, we've got this whole thing about body consciousness and body positivity. You want the overweight and obese person to be conscious and proud and about their self, but you don't want the person that's shaped nice and look good and it's something somebody may be interested in more frequently than the other person. You don't want them to be body positive. If that person was 500 pounds in that bikini, go ahead, girl, do your thing.
Right.
But because she 185 with thighs and a chest, oh no, we got to cover that up. No.
Right.
So pick one. The message is confused because the unspoken message that we're sending is that if people find you more attractive than the average person, if you have proportions in certain places than the average person, you're expected to cover up in a towel because of other people's reactions.
Yeah.
It's problematic for me. And as somebody who has studied violence against women, this is the systematic setup for rape culture. Because you're teaching somebody that they need to cover up because how somebody else may react to what they have on their body or how their body is made. And that's ridiculous. So the other piece of it that we've got to understand is there's these expectations and these assumptions that people don't live their lives. Somebody going to the beach in a bathing suit, like I said, if this wasn't a pastor's wife or a female pastor, nobody would really care.
Right.
People go to the beach in a bathing suit all the time. Yeah. It's not a big deal. So then there comes, like I said, there's a thin line, but there comes the scrutiny of what you personally consider is appropriate versus is this person actually doing something they have no business?
You know, I wonder what the world would look like if Adam and Eve didn't sin.
Because they didn't know they was naked. They didn't know. They had no idea.
They didn't know because they was immersed in a whole other dimension in reality. But Adam and Eve were butt naked in the garden. Okay, would we ever have clothes if they wouldn't have sinned?
Nope.
I mean, you know, in heaven they have stuff, but see, our naked body, our bodies was naked in the beginning, but you know, I ain't gonna get too deep up here. But the spirit man and the garments of our spirit man covered our bodies. So today we have on natural clothes to replace the fact that we ain't clothed spiritually. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. So you know, everybody's in this uproar, you know, about in a woman's body, and they're more critical towards women than men.
I don't see nobody up here mad because the pastor got the male pastor got swim trunks on. The male pastor got his shirt off at the beach or a tank top. That's not what's getting all the attention on social media.
It gets a little bit, but not a lot.
Not at this magnitude. So why do we care? I really don't. The thing is, if somebody's at the beach, they're there to swim.
Yes.
All right. They're there to swim. And right now, I'm talking about the other people that put, ooh, look at that so and so. Stop taking pictures of people. Mind your business.
Yeah, that's kind of rude.
Mind your business. Because you take a picture of me and post it like that, I'm going to ask you to take it down and then I'm going to sue you.
I'm going to snatch your camera.
Don't be taking no pictures.
See, I get a little more aggressive.
But to those that choose to go on vacation or whatever and take your pictures, listen, get people out of your personal social space.
Yeah.
And, you know, I saw another pastor talking about this, but this is get people out of your personal social space. If, you know, you might have your cousins, your friends, your mama and them, you know, listen, make your family photo app thing situation and just add the family members. Everybody on the internet don't need to see you in a bathing suit. Unfortunately, we live in a way everybody can't handle that. Yeah. And with the role that you are in, you cannot remove all the scrutiny and criticism. So if you really feel you want to go on vacation and wear a bathing suit, a bikini, whatever it is, and take your family pictures and have a good time, that's fine. Just don't put it on the public, like set it to private or set it to certain people. Or like I said, they got apps and other things where you can make your photo album and then just give your family and close friends access.
Yeah.
Understand the power of your influence and understand everybody does not need to have access to view you that way. It's one thing if they just so happen to be on vacation where you on vacation, but you're posting pictures on the internet for billions and billions of people, and then some of you are shocked or offended or irritated because people have something to say about it. You cannot control who's going to have something to say, but you can control their access.
Yeah.
And the thing that you have to keep in mind is if you are one of those people that's choosing to wear a bikini, and obviously it's more revealing than a typical bathing suit, people are still in the process of being delivered. So while that's not your fault, you do have to be mindful of your influence. And are you creating an occasion for somebody to stumble? Now, somebody could be just, going overboard, and because people have lust problems, but the power, you have power of influence, and ultimately you have a choice there.
Right.
You have a choice there.
You do.
I don't keep people in my social space anyway. If they are not other leaders that, we fellowshipping with, certain people don't need to just have access to certain parts of your social space. That's why we have the internet the way it is now, where people think they can just talk to these pastors any old kind of way.
Yeah.
Because the internet then gave these people liquid courage, and they think because they're behind a keyboard and a screen, they can say whatever they want to people. But that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
But it's just a shock value, because I'm looking at these different pastors' wives and co-pastors or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, well, this person, they not even showing that. This is a regular full body bathing suit. It's not even a bikini. Right. It's not even showing anything.
Only showing just a little bit of stomach. I mean, of course, bikini, they gonna show all legs, but it's not even, the crease of the chest meat is covered.
Yeah, this was a regular bathing suit. So there was no stomach, no nothing. It was a full bathing suit, typical. The leg was out, the arm was out, the little neck, and that was about it. A little back, that was it. So they weren't even showing anything. And, oh my God. And again, this
so
was
religious,
a picture that somebody else took of them on vacation, because you can tell by the type of photo it was with this particular person. They didn't pose for the picture. Somebody else saw them, recognized who it was, and took a picture, and then it got on the internet.
Because sometimes, even when people take selfies, it don't show everything. Normally, when people in their bathing suit, they'll have it up and kind of like to the side a little bit. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You can see parts of what they got on. You can tell they're at the beach in the bathing suit, but it's not showing their full body. But I think that number one, we have to realize that God. I don't think God cares about some of the stuff we be.
No, I don't think He is that upset over somebody wearing a bathing suit to go swimming.
No,
they're getting in the water
or anything like that. I just don't think He's. I don't think He's bothered by that. Mm-hmm. But see, you know where a lot of that stuff comes from. Mm-hmm. It comes from that old holiness.
Yes.
That a lot of old holiness, Pentecostalism, Kojic, just old school holiness. Mm-hmm. Where they still don't believe in showing arms in church. Mm-hmm. So if you can't show, I saw where this was, and it went viral, so I can talk about it. I saw where a Kojic mother rebuked one lady because she had her arms out. She had her arms out, and she showed just a little bit of chest. Mother Kelly did it. She just showed a little bit of chest. You see what I'm saying? And I went live and talked about it one day. I'm just like, I think that we need to realize that people.
What was the saying in her shoulder showing?
It was none. It was none. And I love this particular mother. I love her. I think she's funny. I think she's anointed by God. Mm-hmm. But again, that old school background.
Yeah.
That old school type of holiness. Where it deals more with the outer than the inner.
Yeah.
I I think that we need to start really addressing this. You remember I did a teaching on holiness,
Yeah.
and I proved by scripture. I went into scripture, I went into Greek, Hebrew, all that, and I proved in scripture what holiness really was. And it's not what we teach.
No.
It's not what we teach. So now we define what's appropriate or not appropriate by our denominational biases and upbringing, and also by society. Now I do believe in a standard. I do. I don't think you should be walking around butt naked. Okay, it's just not appropriate for the times we live in.
Right.
I just don't think that's appropriate. But if someone chooses to wear something, first of all, we can't help your eyes.
That part.
We can't help your eyes. See. In the beginning, in the first half of our marriage, I used to feel the type of way people look at my wife's butt. Now I don't care. I don't care. I'm just like, I mean, because she come home to me. So you can look all day long, baby.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care if they look. I'm laughing at you because you can't have what I have. Bless the Lord.
Back to the topic, though.
I'm just saying.
But see, these people that are wearing these bathing suits, they're on vacation. They are at the water. They're not in the grocery store. They're not walking through the mall like that. They're on vacation at the water, and they're wearing a bathing suit to get in the water and enjoy themselves. Why are we upset about somebody wearing a bathing suit to get in the water and enjoy themselves? That's silly.
Right. And again, I do believe in the standard. So if your pants are so tight, we can see the crease of your vagina. That's too tight.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Wear that at home.
And my issue is when people have these bathing suits on with these thongs and their cheeks out, and you got little kids there. That nobody, you shouldn't be at a family environment. If it's a more family beach or a more family water park, you shouldn't have your cheeks out and somebody got their little 2-year-old there. That's a problem for me.
Yeah, that's
you got to have some kind of standard and some kind of respect.
Yeah.
And they do have more places now that are more emphasizing like, hey, this is a family environment versus this is a more adult environment.
Right.
To me, that's where you've got to definitely use some wisdom and use some tact and just have respect for yourself, but as well as other people, because that's weird. If you are a parent and you got kids and y'all at the beach and that's weird. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it is. But at the end of the day, you got to use wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You got to use some kind of discretion based upon your environment.
Yes.
But by all means, live your life, man.
And if you choose to post it publicly to social media, knowing your status, be prepared for the criticism and don't get mad about it.
Yeah, some people post it and don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people will post it and then be like, these religious people
they judging me. Well, you posted it.
You posted it. So get if you can't post something like that and then you're not ready to defend your stance and your position on why you posted that, then guess what? Don't post it.
And honestly, even if you are, some stuff just don't need to be for the public.
It don't.
You really don't have to. I'm like, what point are you trying to prove? Because somebody may not agree with that. That doesn't necessarily make them. Some people can be religious, but some people that may just not be for them. That may not be their preference.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what you're going to choose to do you really have to post it? Is it necessary?
Yeah.
No, it's not. And this goes into what I was saying about really choosing who you're going to have in your social space digitally, because you can make, a family group, a family album. You can have these things where you can share these things with your loved ones, and the stuff doesn't need to be public for the whole world to see.
Mm-hmm. And I want to point out something else too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in light of everything that we've just discussed, there's also a biasness here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Caucasian pastors, I'm going to talk about this. Caucasian pastors can post pictures with their shirt off and bikinis and all that, but let a black pastor do it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all crucify him.
It's like white people expect you to go on vacation.
Yeah, they expect
White
you.
people expect
They're
they
like, hey, pastor,
hey pastor,
go have a good time, have fun.
You
You
guys
know?
look so refreshed. They love it.
Oh yeah. Let one of us folk do it. Let one of us folk do it. All right. And y'all gonna crucify us. Oh my God, why she dressed like that? Why she because I'm gonna tell you why. Black women, and you got some white women that are like this too, but black women are more shapy. It's just genetics. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is just genetics. You know, our Caucasian sisters can be a little shapy too, but black women are naturally more shapy. So shapy creates a little more attention. You know, unless you like what you like. All right. So y'all gonna discriminate when it comes to black women, black first ladies at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when it comes to our Caucasian sisters,
mm-hmm.
Okay, when it comes to our white brothers and sisters at the beach, y'all don't say too much about them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Patch can be out there with his shirt off and everything like that. You know, y'all ain't gonna hardly say nothing about him unless he's controversial already.
Uh-huh.
Now, if he controversial already, y'all gonna try to pick apart everything he do with a fine-tooth comb.
Everything.
But if he's not controversial like that, then guess what? Y'all gonna give Pastor a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all give us folk a pass too? The same pass you give the white folk? I would give us the pass you get white folk now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If Lionel Blair get in shape, I ain't walking around my shirt off, but I might walk around with a tank top on or something.
Oh my gosh.
Tattoos and all showing. Okay. All right. Give us the same pass. You know, can we get over clothes, please?
Especially on vacation. Somebody's on vacation. You're doing an outdoor activity. It's hot. There's water everywhere. Why is this such a big deal?
Why?
Can
we get over clothes, please?
Unless you're on vacation with somebody you're not married to, we don't need to be talking about this.
No. Nah, that's a whole nother thing right there. That's a whole nother show topic. Cause y'all be fornicating. But anyway.
Any closing remarks?
Listen. God cares. I'm not saying God don't care about how you dress. All right. But there's a time and a place for everything.
Yes.
If somebody's dressed a certain way and the place is appropriate for that particular thing,
right?
Whether you think the dress attire is appropriate or not,
right?
Okay, they're dressed for the occasion. They dress for the beach. Leave them people alone.
Exactly.
Okay, they're not gonna. Just like if you invited somebody to a gala, you wouldn't expect them to come in there with jeans and a t-shirt on. You look at them crazy if they at a gala.
Them to come in with a gown, with a necklace on, a brooch,
tuxedo,
some kind of updo.
Yeah, exactly.
A clutch.
Yeah, something. All right. So they're dressed for the occasion. There's a time and a place for everything.
Exactly.
So if they're dressed for the occasion at that place,
leave them alone.
Leave the people alone. They're not bothering you. They're enjoying their life. Okay. So you should be worried about how you dressing wherever you going.
And why you got time to be worried about somebody wearing a bathing suit at the beach.
For real.
Listen, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the F3 Podcast. Yes. Check out the links in the description box. Be sure to follow us over on IG at King in Queen Blair. And until next time on the F3 Podcast. Goodbye.